I was born in 1960 in Decatur, Alabama, which is in the Tennessee Valley. So it's about, I believe, 90 miles north of Birmingham. And I guess that was an interesting time to be born in that place. So I grew up with the civil rights movement, eventually the anti-war movement. All of those things were going on when I was a child. And because of where I was in Alabama, it was impossible not to know all those things were going on. I have memories going back to the age of 4 of knowing about those things, not understanding them necessarily, but knowing and being aware of the intensity of the violence and fear that people felt. And my family ended up being embroiled in it because of, because my older brother was a member of a church group. He was a church youth leader, and he advocated for using some youth group literature that was pro-integration, or desegregation, as we called it then. And that got the whole family in trouble with the KKK and the John Birch Society, and we had death threats, phone calls late at night, tires slashed in the front driveway. It was really scary, and of course this was when I was 4 and 5 years old, without a whole lot of understanding what was going on. My father spent several nights sitting in the carport with a gun on his lap to shoot, if he had to, KKK coming to the house. This was just a regular blue-collar family. Parents never expected to be involved in anything like this. And, my brother was 17. He didn't know what he had gotten himself into, and they had... They didn't try to explain a lot of it to us. I think they just figured that we would catch on. My younger sister and I mean. The older children knew perfectly well what was going on. And the rest of us, they just would protect, get to the back of the house when there's people in the yard and that sort of thing. I remember just being afraid and realizing, I think, internalizing the intense fear that my mother felt. And I think that really shaped my childhood. I also remember that my parents fully supported my brother's stand, and they never questioned that he had done the right thing, and they never punished him for putting the family in danger. They just rallied around him, at least the best I can remember. I do know that my father told him that since he had initiated this, that he had to take the phone calls and not let my mother get a threatening phone call. So my brother had to be the one to answer the phone. Other than that, this was just the way life was for people. You didn't cross the color line no matter which side you were on. If you did, you got punished, and you got threatened, and some people got killed. Nobody in my family got killed. So that was early life.